Hey, what's up? Another demo mode guide type video, best places to train. This will actually be, 80% combat, but I will be throwing in probably 20% skilling methods, best places to woodcut or, do crafting, smithing, etc, etc. So definitely tune in. Hopefully you do enjoy. And if you guys haven't entered the giveaway, there's a couple more days. I'm going to be picking 5 of you to pick from the goodie bag, 1 to 28 items. Good luck. So before we get into the best spots to train, I want to let you guys know a few areas and spots you should never go unless you really have to, and if you do, be hovering your mouse over the teleport the whole time, and I would recommend looking at the mini-map instead of like your actual game screen, and if you do, try and zoom out as much as you can. I also recommend using a scout, but let's check it out. These are the spots you probably should not go to. And like I said, you can get past almost all of these with being super focused with your hand hovering over the teleport and looking at the minimap. That's every time I've done that, I've never died, and I've escaped 15 times plus. Best demo mode tip I could ever give you. So spot number 1 you should never train at is the moss giants next to the fishing guild and next to Artie. It is so dangerous, so far out. Everyone goes there to PK. The loots aren't even good. They're not even that good to train on. There's like 3 or 4 of them, but like I said, you can do it. Maybe safe spot range them next to a rock with your hand over the telly, but even then people can log in quick. All you gotta do is look away from the screen for a second or two. Don't AFK in demo mode, bro. The next spot has got to be all carried, and not just the multi-zone. I'm talking the dual arena telly. A lot of people sit there, and of course around the bank, and where you were to 10 hides, it's extremely multi. Whole bunch of clans sit there in the first day or two. It's literally all people do. They probably just play demo mode just to do that with like 5 or 10 of their friends and go fire strike people in all carried multi. Unless you do have a scout, maybe even a team, I would highly suggest staying away from the hill giants. A really common spot for any noob, but you do have to go into multi, and you can see the multi line right here just in case you didn't know. And yeah guys, you go down, it's pretty chill to kill them. You go up, it's multi in the hut. There's a big ass clan waiting for you. They might even have a dragon spear, and you're done for. You're basically done for 100%, so good fight. I know almost everyone has to go to Artie, especially after they get the 10k, but after you make your first trip, I would try to never go to the lever ever again. Always PKers camp out there, and if you go out there, it takes 7 seconds to teleport back, and you're basically trapped, especially if you don't even have anything to cut the web. Now Draenor seems to be a hot spot for any low level doing any type of quests, or even newbie demo mode players, but you really want to stay away from the center and just the town in general. A lot of PKers come through there, and I've seen many clans just waiting at the telly spot, hoping someone tellies in. Once people start to get the house portals and the glories in their house and whatnot, it's pretty common. I know many of you are planning on fishing sharks, or at least having an alt do it. You're most likely going to fish them in Catherby, which is just the wrong spot. So much PKers roll up, and you might be thinking, damn, I'll go to the fishing guild. Another really high populated, bank for any PKers to go to. I would probably recommend going to the Relica docks. That's the most safe spot, and it's literally 2 steps away from using the ship. Even if you're being attacked, you can use it and get to safety. I'd recommend turning Protect from Melee on before teleporting to Camelot. It's a huge like camp spot for clans as well, and people sit there with granite mauls or maybe dragon daggers. And you guys gotta think, people are getting dragon daggers nowadays in the first like 6 hours, 10 hours, maybe 70 strength as well. People are getting very efficient really quick, so you gotta be careful. Get those protect prayers as soon as possible. Catherby bank as well. So much people are used to going in the normal game to these locations, and they're obviously not dangerous, but this bank is a death zone. I've seen so much people, including myself, die and kill other players. No booth is safe. You have to go against the wall behind the doors, and you can actually have some fun if you want. Pull PKers in there. It's so easy to do, and everyone dies. So this bank, just stay away from it, guys. Whether you're a PKer or even a skiller, just don't AFK. Stay high alert. A fairly unknown low-key spot is killing the hill giants outside of the Nome Stronghold, but I want to let you know I've seen over 50 people get slaughtered in PK videos there. And it's just one of those spots, just because it's far out and not many people know about it. If they catch you off guard, you're not paying attention, maybe that's even worse. Dang, I never see anyone here, I can just kind of lay back, and then you'll get hit out of nowhere. Versus being in a populated spot, you're always on your guard, you're always paying attention, trying to fight over, you know, getting the monster or whatnot. A really dangerous spot is past the sawmill on your way to Priest and Perel doing that quest. And again, I highly suggest doing all that stuff the first hours, but everyone knows you have to bring 50 pure essence, and I think that's, you know, 25 each inventory if you want to do 2. You could downscale it if you want to, but many peak areas just sit there and camp. The last spot I want to suggest staying away from is the Catacombs in Zaya, an amazing spot to train Slayer, no doubt. But they're going to be camped, guys. Clans roll through there every hour, and you know, everyone goes there because of the totems, and there's some pretty good benefits. And again, it's far out, it's low key, you don't expect anyone to go there, but I'm pretty sure the entire cave is multi-combat, extremely dangerous. Alright, so now that we've covered the spots not to go, let's get into some pretty good training areas. And first off, my first tip, you gotta start right as you can. I think it's like 500 GP or it's something very small. Get the training cannon. This cannon could possibly be better than a rune skimmy even. If you guys don't know, I think it's the same speed as a knife or a magic short bow, and you are still using your feet, but I'm telling you guys, if you've ever used it, you know that it's OP, and it's so cheap as well. You guys die, you get another one, you die, you get another one. It's not too big of a worry. I really suggest training in the beginning all the way up to like 40 combat using this. Alright, so I kind of want to go from the newbiest, safest routes to kind of the, you know, more dangerous training spots that could be good money, could be the best training XP in the game, but it's super dangerous and you could die, which would set you back, so maybe it's not even the most efficient. And yeah, you guys can make your own judgment, and I will try and jam in some other tips and even little skilling advice and, you know, places to train, etc, etc, so keep an eye out for that. Also, don't forget, I think about a season or 2 ago they made changes. If you train in a safe zone, it's 5 times XP, but if you train combat outside of a safe zone, it'll be 15 times and 10 times for any other type of skill. But yeah, we gotta start it off with the most newbie method, Fali Guards. Always gonna be there, always close to the GE in the main city. You're not gonna get the most XP, it can be a bit crowded. If you are gonna do it, make sure you actually keep going through the castle and go to the second story, hop around there. It's gonna be a lot less people. Moving on to the Fali Guards in the center right where you teleport in, it's actually multi-combat here, which means you can attack multiple ones and kinda AFK. No one really trains here, which is surprising. They're all at Varrock. I don't know what you guys are doing, but there's actually an entrance to, you know, the dangerous area, so keep an eye out. People can totally hit you from outside the gates, and they do it all the time. Another good spot is the Fali Knights. I come here all the time while I do commentary or editing during demo mode. I attack like 3 of them and just sit there and AFK, and they have pretty high defense and they hit you pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie, so you will need some food, but you can actually go into the castle more. There's a table and 2 of them, you can safe spot range them, you can go upstairs, there's more of them, you can hop around, there's like 50 knights, so a really good spot to train. Also regarding Fali, there is that farming patch, so if you guys get maybe 45 farming, 60, 75, you can plant your own tree and woodcut in a safe zone. If you guys don't know, they took all the major trees like yews and magic out of, you know, the safe zones, so this is the only safe zone you could potentially do it in, besides the Nome Stronghold, but the Fali is much more reasonable. There's also mole you could kill. You could safe spot with like 50 range, a bone Seabow, make a lot of gold off the crush nest. Could be kind of dangerous. Watch out. You can also cut willows in a safe zone in Arty. There's also a furnace really close to the bank, really good spot, plus you could train on paladins and guards in this city as well. But again guys, if you train in a safe zone, you're not going to be getting the max XP. Looking at Nome Stronghold as well, there's a ton of guards all throughout the tree. There's tortoises, there's terror birds, but it's a little dangerous. People can freeze you and kill you outside if you're AFK. I've done that a couple times. Also the Gnome Agility course, which is not very good, but it is safe. And if you guys don't know, the rooftops are dangerous, even in Varrock. And Varrock is safe, but once you go up to the rooftops, it is dangerous and people camp up there, they'll freeze you, and you have to make it the whole way to the end of the rooftop to escape, and they will probably kill you. We are one step away from leaving the safe zone, boys, but I have one more tip to give you, and it's doing skilling. And maybe in Fali West Bank and crossing over the wall, or in Varrock West Bank, or in Varrock East Bank going up the ladder, maybe in what is it Camelot? No, it's Camelot Bank, Seerz Bank, you can go up the ladder as well. All of these spots guys, you're basically in a safe zone, and then you go up and you can get the double times XP, and then if someone attacks you, basically just go down. You could bring some sharks, maybe, you know, a brew or something like that as well. I'm gonna be doing that a little bit to abuse my skills. Alright, so let's get out of these cities and go train. Like I said, if you're ahead of everyone, you can train anywhere. You're like the top dog. But maybe if you're training at, like, you know, goblins or something on day 2 or 3, there's gonna be level 60s coming around and picking you off, so you want to be ahead of the game. A decent spot to gain some levels within the first couple hours of your gameplay is at the Dark Wizards just south of Arok. You know, you've already walked there, probably made some trades in the GE, bought a little gear maybe, and these things drop a good amount of ruins. Ruins are very valuable in the first couple hours, especially law ruins. They can go for like 500, 700 each, because there's not too much of like a consistent income. Another great iconic spot is the rock crabs. If you're gonna train right here, I would suggest training on these like 3 rock crabs in this area. If you're gonna train here, I would suggest standing right where I am and hugging this spot, because you only have to run like 5 squares to go into the safe zone, and if you're all the way out like by the water, so much clans log in, it's multi-combat, you're gonna get taken out. Why do that to yourself? But there's even a better spot. Everyone knows to go to water birth and kill these 3 right here. You can catch a re-aggro if you run back to the boat where the seaweed's at, but it's quite packed, and PKers come there because everyone expects, you know, the people training there to be AFK, which they are sometimes, but I don't know, just, it's really packed, and this is the only good location. The other ones have like 2 rock crabs versus 3, and it's kind of slow training. Chaos Druids are good and all, and definitely better as the days progress because the herbs are worth more, but the thing I like to kill is these thugs right here. I normally kill them in the normal game for a looting bag, but they're level 18, they drop death runes, blood runes, Draenors, Aventos, nature runes, just so much like supplies, and there's so many of them, always aggroed. Really good if you're low level, don't have much to lose, and maybe even want to watch some fights. PKers do come to those Chaos Druids, so yeah, watch out. Another pretty low-key spot is these experiments out here. I think you have to do like Creature Frankenstein quest or something. It takes literally 2 minutes. You might want to do Ghost Ahoy so you can get Ectophile and teleport out here. And yeah, it's a little bit far from a bank, but I do believe you can get a key inside. And if you go through a door, you can get away. It's not too bad. Really good XP. These things have like no defense. Always got to throw the basic green dragons in. Very common, well known, but it's so good. The dragon bones in demo mode can go for pretty high. Everyone wants piety the first week so they can spec people out big and whatnot. And like I said, guys, just keep your hand on the teleport hovering over. You should never die. There's 3 spots to kill them. Pick which one you want to do. You know, they're all in the wilderness. They're all deadly. Watch out. This is a great prayer training spot. I'm actually going to go there the first couple hours. If you see me, say what's up. But yeah, there's big bones everywhere. There's like 10 of them. They respawn so quick. There's skeletons you can train on as well. This is how I will probably be getting 52 prayer within the first couple hours. I'm not even going to get 43. It's going to be so quick, I'm just going to breeze right by it. With the 15 times XP, they should make it like 20 times if you're in the wilderness as well. Imagine that. I mentioned this one in my recent demo mode money making guide, but there's a reason I put it in there, and it has to go in this one too. It's so good. It's Ice Trolls, guys. Great training. There's no one really around. Extremely low key, easy to get away, and great gold. Whole bunch of rune kite shields, and just, you know, so much loots. If I wasn't trying to go for an extremely high Slayer route, and I'm sure I'll get trolls as well as a task and come here. But yeah, I'd be camping these things out like 10 hours a day. They're basically the low level, no requirement gargoyles. Alright, so this is one of the best training spots in demo mode in my opinion. I've done it for like 15 to 25 hours. Always when I'm level, you know, like 50 to 60, trying to train range actually, I safe spot them, but it's baby green dragons in Brimhaven. They have no drops, which is kind of crappy, but they drop baby dragon bones every time, which is a lot of free prayer XP. It really adds up. If you stay here for an hour, you'll easily get, you know, 43, 52, whatever you need. You got red dragons as well. Red dragon hide goes for 10 to 15k. Might want to look into that. And deeper on in the cave, there's metal dragons. All rune items go for way higher than what they normally do in 07 the first couple days. Plus dragon plate skirts are like 400, 500k. Plus the D-meds and ruined limbs are 100k plus. So metal dragons are really good to mage, especially if you get the chaos gauntlets and just use like a chaos bolt, you'll be set. Some of you guys might think I'm crazy, but a great spot to train is in barrows and just killing like skeletons and the bloodworms. What I would do a couple times in demo mode is just do the Aram's chest because it was worth so much, and then I would actually just go down, train for 15 minutes AFK, do some other stuff. I don't know what I was doing IRL, and then I would go do the chest. And if you guys don't know, All you have to do is the chest of the barrels, brother, that you want. And of course the odds would be lower, but you could still get it. You could still do a lot less work and get the item. Decent training. Plus you'd have so much KC and obviously be 100%. You get so much ruins and gold as well. Maybe even a clue scroll. We're gonna wrap it up here. I could ramble for another hour plus on amazing bosses and creatures to kill and demo mode. I mean, everything's pretty good. It's pretty self-explanatory. I threw some other tips and whatnot in the best actually money making guides that I didn't want to repeat myself. So if you want to check that out, and you know, feel free to give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't. Hopefully you guys have a great one. Hopefully you're prepared for demo mode, making a plan, making a route. I'm so jacked. Have a good one, guys. See ya.
Smoking on that chronic, drinking.